Ka-shing from a poor Chinese kid to the richest man in Asia with $25.5 billion and now the 9th richest man in the world. His wealth comes from buying companies and recognizing their future growth. 1. His strategy was to buy unpopular technologies with high potential to widespread and then sell them when they reach peak value. 2. He searched for underpriced companies and land, which has decreased because of conflicts, but will increase in the future. 3. He invested in every aspect of life from communication, though power and shipping to supermarkets, pharmacies and the internet. 4. Buying assets from companies which are in bad situation and selling them at profits. Ka-shing was born in Kaohsiung in Guangdong Province, China in 1928. He was born into a poor family which fled China in 1940 to go in Hong Kong, because of Japanese invasion. He didn't have any education and started working as a salesman in Hong Kong. In 1950, Ka-shing decided to make a plastic manufacturing company which was focused on high-quality plastic. He decided this by doing research and reading the news, but also he learned how to operate a plant. He then used his savings and borrowed from his family and friends to make the company and hire the best specialists he could find. He showed a really good quality of the plant which impressed buyers from the USA. After a few years, he became the biggest exporter of plastic from Asia and won a fortune. In 1967, when the big riots started, a lot of people fled Hong Kong and the prices of land fall. Mr. Ka-shing knew that eventually prices will rise, so he bought land and made his own estate called Chung Kong, named after the longest river in China. His company challenged the largest company Hong Kong Land, which started taking precaution measures from takeover by moving the control of the company in British shareholders. In 1979, he bought Hutchison Whampoa Limited from HSBC. Which owned ports. He started buying container ports around the world, including China, Hong Kong, Britain, Canada and many others. Now, Mr. Ka-shing owns 13% of the world's container ports capacity. Hutchison Whampoa is one of the companies Mr. Ka-shing owns and has made a lot of profit by buying assets in companies and then selling them later. He made huge profits from selling Orange for $15 billion. It also sold mobile company in India to Vodafone for $11 billion, and it had invested just $2 billion before. Mr. Ka-shing owns A.S. Watson Group, which is a retailer company and owns leading brands in supermarkets, health and beauty and clothes. The company sells its products in Europe and many other countries. It has 7,800 stores around the world. His company Horizons Venture invested in internet social groups such as Facebook for $120 million and also $50 million in Spotify, which is a leading music company. Ka-shing runs his company in a pyramid structure, which is more popular in China and not much used in Europe and USA. The structure works in a way that every shareholder has a number of votes in a company's decision. An example of such company is Google.